The Umbrella Academy. Netflix's The Umbrella Academy. It's pretty good, actually. It's not that bad. Starring Ellen Page, Tom Hopper, a bunch of really good people. Robert Sheehan, several really great artists that play the six or the seven, and Adrian Gallagher. One of them is a surprise to me. I didn't know that this person was in it until later. Mary J. By God Blige is in it. When I originally saw her, I was like, I don't think so. But she's entertaining. She's interesting. She's entertaining. She plays Cha-Cha, the assassin. She's the villain with a bunch of superheroes that can also almost be considered villains. They don't mind killing you if they have to. Strange happenings around the world, and a bunch of babies are born to women who were not pregnant. Early this morning, you're not pregnant. By the close of business that day, you have a child. So you went from being not pregnant, one of them was a virgin, you went from being not pregnant to being pregnant, 9 months pregnant, and having a kid by the close of business that day. I know what happened, so I'm not going to say it. They're probably going to say what happened next season. There are a series of children, 7 of them, that get adopted by this weird little old man. He's rich. And this dude adopts them, brings them into his house, and tells them he needs to train them to save the world. Okay, they're superheroes. They get trained to save the world. It's kind of what happens. They do that for several years. They're popular. They're famous for being the Umbrella Academy. That's the name of their group. Then, after a while, they separate. They all go their separate ways, except for one of them. And they all get brought back together in the house because of a tragedy. A tragedy brings them back together. They get together, so it's a mystery. They got to figure out this one mystery. Most of them don't want to be there because all of them have their own little individual problems, things that's going on that is basically tearing them apart still, each one of them individually, but so they've got to unite, get rid of their own personal problems, unite and solve this mystery that turns into something else. It's an odd house. Not only are there these children that grew up to adult as superheroes, but there's this weirdo old man that takes care of them and is training them. He's not really taking care of them. He's a little bit of a Richard. You know that 4-letter word that means Richard? Starts with a D, ends with a K. He's a Richard. They got a mom that's their mom, but not their mom. She's got some things going on too. They have a living ghost. There's assassins trying to kill them. They live in a house with a monkey for a servant, a humanoid type monkey dude for a servant. There's a ton of things happening here. There's a weird romance going on. 2 of them, actually, now that I think about it. There's forces from the outside trying to pull them apart. There's like 7 different stories happening at the same time, and it seems like it will be congested, but it's not. It's written out well so that each story gets enough time on screen so you can wrap your mind around it and go to the next thing. It's not bad. In fact, I would say it's pretty good. But they have to unite, solve all of these problems, their individual problems, the problems that they have with each other, the problems that they have with the monkey and the mom and everything. And then they got the assassins trying to kill them. And then they also got to try to save the world. Man, And one of them, to me, the most interesting character is a dude that can teleport backwards and forwards through time. He can do spatial jumps. He can jump from here to across the room. But his special power is jumping backwards and forwards through time. So he goes forward in time, becomes an old dude, comes back in time. His mind and his spirit and everything, he's still an old man. But he comes back to a time when he would have been young, and he's an old man in a young body. So that's crazy. Because of their powers, a lot of weird things are happening. But I like it. I like it. They don't have the traditional superhero powers. Some of them do. Some of them are super strength, stuff like that. But a lot of them have different or unexplored powers for different universes. They haven't really explored them a lot. But I dig this. I watched the whole thing, and I'm ready for a second season. This was pretty good. If you're looking for like the Captain America throwing the shield and the bright colors and the great fight scenes, maybe not. But if you're looking for a good story that just happens to involve a bunch of super types, then yeah, you're gonna dig this. I dug it. I think it was good. But that's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? Let's talk about it in the comments. Have you seen the Umbrella Academy? Do you compare it with the other universes, DC and Marvel, and I guess the Unbreakable universe? Is it as good as? Is it better? Is it worse? Let's talk. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn Passport.